If you're not living in the US, but you do want to associate with ASCAP or BMI, many producers want to know, is that possible? Can you be living in Australia and then also be registered with a US performing rights organization so you can enter the US market? Now, this was a field that I wasn't that familiar with up until a couple of weeks ago, because honestly, I just don't have that many people outside of the US that I market to, and I don't really deal with too many people. Occasionally I'll get hit up by somebody from, the UK or Australia or Germany, and they'll find my course or my YouTube channel, and, we can chat or whatever. But for the most part, most of my business has been done here within the US. And obviously all my contacts are here mostly in the US. But after dealing with one particular student of mine, I've actually become a little bit more educated on the subject. So I figured, why not share it with you guys in case any of you are out of the country and you want to know, is it possible? Answer is yes, with a big if. Okay, so I have a student who's from the UK, and he emailed me saying he wanted to join the syndicate, get into my group, and he wanted to actually start his path down creating some contacts and some buzz for himself here in the US. And he just didn't know if that was even possible, being a person who lives in the UK, a citizen of the UK. And I said, you know what? I don't really know. I have no idea if that's even possible. Let me look that up. So from my research, basically, I found a couple of things. Number one, it depends. This is that big if that I talked about. It depends on which country you're from and the rules of the PRO that you have in front of you. A lot of countries actually only have one PRO that you get to choose from. There might be more than one in a few of them, but for the most part, from what I've seen, most countries you get one to choose from, and that's it. It's not like the US, where you at least have two here that are nonprofit, open to the public, and then CSAC, which is private. So what you need to do is you need to basically call your PRO, whoever happens to be in whatever country you're in, and you need to ask them specifically, are you allowed to affiliate with ASCAP for US placements, right? For work that gets aired and earns royalties in the US. For my UK student, he ended up calling his performing rights organizations, and they basically said, yeah, you absolutely can, but you need to just sign this little waiver saying that we will not represent you for anything going on in the US, and you can sign with ASCAP, BMI, whoever you want to, right? But he had to have that permission with them first, right? Because PROs are exclusive. You're supposed to be with just one or the other as a writer, right? Publishing, different situation, but as a writer, you need to be with one company or the other. So for us, we're kind of, obviously here in the US, it's BMI or ASCAP. So that's basically step one. You need to talk to your PRO from your country, find out if it's okay for you to also partner up with the US organizations. If you do get that permission and they say, yes, you're allowed to, and here's the proper paperwork to be able to do that. Step two is you need to fill out the proper tax forms for the US government, right? Because you're going to be coming over here in spirit, not physically maybe, but your music will be coming to the US and you'll be generating income on US soil. And guess who wants to take a piece of that? The US government. Of course they do, right? So you're gonna have to fill out appropriate paperwork. And what I've done below, since I'm a big BMI advocate, they don't pay me to do that, but I just love BMI. I've been with them for many years now. And I think for TV film, they're the way to go. So I'm going to just shout out some links to them. So if you want to learn about these tax forms and get them, I put a link below this video so you can go get those for yourself. So that's pretty much it. You got to talk to your PRO, make sure they're cool with it. And as long as they say yes, you got to get this form filled out below, send it in to BMI before you register with them. Obviously that'll let them know your situation, that you're a foreign person registering as a US or with them as a US company. And then you should be set to go, and then you'll be generating royalties that can come to you directly to your bank account through BMI. I think, I'm not exactly sure about that. They might mail things out, but I think it's 2017 right now. I think they figured that out, that they'll be able to direct deposit you your royalties. And then also, as you're building your relationships in your own country, you can generate royalties there as well. So you kind of get the best of both worlds, so to speak. So hopefully that answers that question.